What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys. So today I would like to start making a mob farm. Now, I was doing some testing in a creative world. Trying to figure out the gearbox issue that we were having, right? And while I was in that creative world, I was like, you know what? Let's just load up this world, and I went straight up to the Nether Roof right beyond the bedrock. And I was like, all right, now we got a big test area to work with. So while I was up there, I was just kind of looking around as I was placing windmills and that kind of stuff. And I did notice that there was a spot, a hole in the bedrock ceiling. Now, why are we bringing this up? Because we are building a mob farm, and the best place to build a mob farm in the Nether is on the Nether ceiling. That way you can go like 120 blocks above it. Nothing will spawn in the Nether below, and the only place that things will spawn is inside that mob farm. So the place where I saw that there was an opening is down this way. You can kind of see on the mini map here. In fact, I'll bring up the big map. Yeah, so this is our ship down here, and I dug a tunnel all the way over this way. You can see there's kind of like a big open cave that we went through, and there appears to be spots, and I think that might be mushrooms or something on the ceiling, or maybe that's lava pockets. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, over here you can see that there is like this big black thing on the ceiling there. Yeah, so it looks like that's some kind of a quicksand. I don't know. I haven't really experimented too much with this. I saw that, I marked down the location, and I dug to it here in our survival world. And you can kind of see there underneath the mini map, the location of this is at X359 and Z246. Right. So I did see that there was like quicksand. I don't know how that stuff works when you are not in like a creative setting. Yeah, I don't know. That might be some bad stuff. I hope that this goes straight up. You know what? I should have brought those ladders with me. I had some ladders on me and then I didn't bring them. Okay, well, I tell you what, we'll just go ahead and kind of pillar ourselves up here, just kind of see what we can do. I have blocks that I can place if I need them. Hopefully we don't, but it is possible that we might. Okay, so let's get here, there. Okay, so we can see there's stuff. Whoa, and it is flowing. Okay, so I wasn't sure if that was going to flow or not. I have a bucket of water on me that I don't think is going to help too much. I'm not sure how we're going to get past this stuff. I guess we can do that and kill a source block. That'll be one way to do it. So if I do that, I can come over here and then I can kill that source block, which will allow me to... Yeah, we'll have to figure this out. I guess I can jump up right here. Okay, so Nether ceiling, yeah. So this is what I saw. There's like a big puddle of... I think that is quicksand. Anyway, I don't know what happens if you get into it. I assume you won't be able to move and all of that kind of stuff. That's not very fun, so... we're not going to really mess with that too much. I'll probably just wall that off. Is this where we're going? Yeah, okay. I need to get some ladders here. I need to make this not spawnable and then hopefully dig up in a spot where we can just go directly up to the Nether roof. That's the idea. So no cheaty stuff happening here as far as like breaking bedrock or anything like that for us. It's already been broken. We just am using the already existing broken Nether ceiling here. Okay, so that's where I want to build our mob farm, is up in that location. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and work that out, get ladders and all that kind of stuff so we can get there easier and not have to worry about that quicksand stuff. But other things that we're going to have to work on before we even get to that point, we are going to need to get ourselves the gold spikes like we were talking about so we can collect XP. All right, so gold spikes is one of the things that we need. We are also going to need to get ourselves vector plates. We were talking about that a little bit last episode, how we can take rotten flesh, smelt down 4 of those, and turn that into a coagulated blood, which should be a perfect substitute for a slime ball. So those are things that we need to look at doing here. We can also look at expanding up the smeltery. Haven't really done much with that since the last episode when we built the thing. Always checking here to make sure there's like no blazing juggernaut. The one time that happened, oh man, I'll never forget it, and I don't want it to happen again because that freaked me out. Okay, so gold spikes. Let's take a look at this spike. So the gold spikes, we do need a block of gold. And then we need 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 18 gold. We have none in this chest. All right, so let's go get ourselves 18 gold so we can make ourselves these things. So I believe that would be 9 of these. So maybe, you know what, let's get 18. We'll get 4 blocks made. That way we'll have a little bit of extra. All right, what is this? Iron spike powered by redstone, damage on contact. Stone pressure plate and iron bars. Huh. I don't know if I've seen those before. Pitfall spikes deal extreme fall damage, deal collision damage, influenced by surroundings. Huh. Again, I've never seen those before. I have seen these for mob grinding utils. But yeah, we are concerned about these golden ones because mobs drop experience. That's what we want so we can get ourselves more XP. Okay, so once again, we have ourselves a gold, and then we want to get ourselves some vector plates. Now these things, what does it cost to upgrade them? Okay, so we do need the dark sugar, so that's sugar wrapped around withered dust. And I do believe we have collected withered dust. Looks like there's a few different things here. What's dark sugar? We can't make dark sugar, it doesn't look like. Wither skeleton skull turns into that dwindle cream, so that's like some kind of a slime ball with withered dust. All right, so pretty much withered dust is what we want to do. All right, so vector plate. So we're gonna need a little bit of iron. We're gonna need some of these slime balls, stone, and sugar. So I do believe we have stone. That's not a big deal. We have plenty of, oh, I also put this small storage crate over here because we were running out of room. So this is helping out a little bit. I kind of consolidated all of our random stuff that we have collected, thrown it in here. Yeah, and that way that's going to help us out as far as that goes. So we do have plenty of sugar. Let's grab like 18 of that, or I guess sugar cane. Oh, wait a second. How do we turn sugar cane into sugar? Oh, this might be a problem. Millstone. Nope, no problem at all. So why do we have 2 different recipes? One turns into 2, one turns into 3. I don't know what the difference is. They're both sugar canes. Is that a random chance between 2 and 3? Or was it originally 3 and then they changed it so it only gives you 2? I don't know. Pulverizer works. Okay, but we can't just craft it directly. So we're only going to need like 9 of these. I don't think more than 18 recipes is what we're going to need. And in fact, probably... yeah, probably less than that, but that's fine. If we get a little bit of extra sugar, that's fine. We'll just use it for later for whatever else. All right, so stone, then we need iron. Iron's in this chest, and we need like 26 of it, so that should be more than enough. Okay, and now we need to get into getting the slime balls. So we have some magma cream here, and we can also make more magma cream out of those if we wanted to, but these are kind of rare, so I don't want to do that until we start getting loads of them. Zombie hearts, I think, turn into more run flesh. Yeah, so we can do that. If we don't have to use it, I don't want to. And then run flesh, also, we can melt down in the smeltery for the coagulated blood. Another thing we can do is in the smeltery, we can melt down some kind of metal. These should not be in here. I'm not sure why they are. We can melt down some kind of metal in the smeltery and then stand in there, take damage ourselves, and that damage that we take converts into blood, which we can also turn into more coagulated blood. Maybe those zombie hearts are something that we're gonna want now that I'm looking at how much rotten flesh we have, because it costs 4 per, right? So this will give us a total of 5 recipes. That's not a whole lot. So maybe we'll take 2 of these things, add a little bit more, so that gives us 8 recipes. Is that gonna be enough? I don't know. We might have to farm a little bit more zombie pigmen to get some more of those drops. Anyway, let's get back upstairs here. We'll start some of these things melting down. I think the coagulated blood is probably the first thing that I'm going to want to do. And I don't remember if that requires a special casting thing or if that's just you put blood into the casting table. So let's take a look at this real quick. So a coagulated blood casting, yeah, it looks like just blood directly on the casting table. So let's go ahead, take that out of here. We will fill up the smeltery with as much as that will go. Okay, so it looks like that's going pretty quickly here. Put the rest of that in there. Okay, so let's try and make ourselves a coagulated blood. And that's pretty quick. That's not bad. All right. So yeah, each one of these things acts just like a slime ball. So that's going to be really helpful for us to make these vector plates, which will allow monsters to spawn on them and start pushing them immediately. Yeah, and that'll make our mob farm really, really good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get the rest of these. I'll craft up the vector plates that we can craft, and then we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so here we are on the Nether Roof. I'm just trying to make things a little bit more safe. Don't want to accidentally fall into this quicksand and then die or something like that, right? All right, so that's all covered up. It should be non-spawnable. Bedrock itself is non-spawnable, and everything else here has slabs on it. I don't believe anything spawns on the stingberry bush, but you know what? Let's harvest that, and we'll just go ahead and place that in its place. So yeah, you can see around here we have different types of mushrooms growing on the nether ceiling. We have some red ones over here, which is great. We have some of the glow ones around. I haven't seen any brown mushrooms. Some purple ones, some green ones over there. But yeah, at the top of our nether hole here, I added in this little structure. Originally, I was not going to cover up the quicksand. I was just going to leave it like this, and I thought that we would have some kind of a backing, so there's no way I'd accidentally go in there. But yeah, as it turns out, I covered it up anyway, but this still gives us a nice little reference, like where to go, where we've been, etc. So yeah, we just have the these ladders from Primal Core bringing us up, and I did mark where this was so we can see from a distance. I also marked the ladder that we come up to the nether, our nether area with as well. That way, we know exactly where our ladder is over here. I think what we're going to do later on is we're going to get rid of that ladder, and as soon as we have extra ender pearls and wool, or I guess string to turn into wool, we're going to use elevators from the elevator mod. I do believe those go through blocks. They have unlimited distance between, and I think that we'll be able to warp from our ship up to our nether level, and then all the way up here, right, to wherever we're going to build our mob farm. And then again, one more warp all the way up to the top where we're going to be standing for the mob farm. I think that's probably going to be a good idea. But yeah, now that we have a reference point to where the front of the ship is and where our ladder is, we know that this is the direction that I'm going to want to build our mob farm. And we'll base it off of the fact that maybe we have a ladder coming up here. Yeah. And then later on, like I said, we'll replace those with the elevators, and then yeah, things will be pretty good. So first things first, we need to get ourselves a mob farm. So I brought a bunch of blocks here. I did not bring enough slabs, but I did bring a lot of building blocks. So we can take netherrack and we can use that to build out the platforms and stuff. But before we do that, yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back now because I just realized we don't have slabs. We're gonna want to slab pretty much everything that is gonna be a full block that we don't want mobs spawning on, right? I ended up making 8 slime balls, which turned into 64 vector plates. And I made one recipe of the golden spikes. This will be what we're using to kill the monsters. I was also looking at the mob grinding utils mod. There's an absorption hopper here, which we can use to collect experience. We can put that into some kind of a storage thing, singularity tank. We can put the XP tap on. We've gotten 2 of those, I believe, from rewards. So that'll be a way that we can convert the liquid XP back into orbs, and then we can collect it ourselves. So that is going to be a thing we're going to want to do. We'll also have to figure out large storage here. Drums are a thing that we're going to want to store in eventually. Oh, and I think we looked at these before, and they had a requirement on them, but they no longer have a building requirement. So that's going to be kind of nice. Yeah, we'll have large-scale fluid storage available, so that'll be quite nice. So we'll probably have the absorption hopper going into a drum, and then we'll be piping out of the drum into the tank with the XP thing on it. That's probably what we'll end up doing. But for right now, I need to go get myself a chest, put some of these building blocks away, get some more slabs. Yeah, we're definitely going to want, I have no idea, 10 stacks of slabs. Yeah, okay, so that's the next thing I'm going to be working on, is grabbing the materials, and then we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so one of the first things that we need to do here is to build ourselves our ladder. So yeah, we want the ladder to go up as high as we can, so probably build limit. So that's going to be Y256. So I just went up 10 blocks and I was testing some things here because I know that the vanilla ladders turn into these primal core ladders when you place them. And I was just kind of placing these as I fell, and I noticed that I spaced them out every other block. But as it turns out, you can climb these ladders even though they are every other block, unlike the vanilla ones. This reminds me of way back in, I think it was either Minecraft Alpha or early Beta, where they switched it where you had to have a ladder on every single block in order to climb it. So anyway, that was kind of cool. So yeah, we'll just be going all the way up as high as we can go with these blocks here. And then when we get up to a certain point, I feel like jumping off. We just fall on the correct side and then right click the ladders on our way down, which will slow our descent and place the ladders. And then we can go ahead and put them all in on our way back up again. So yeah, we'll just place a ladder here to space ourselves out appropriately. Then we can just place these as we're falling down like so. Not a big deal. Do apologize for the beacon in the face. Yeah, I'll fix that here soon. All right, so we know where our ladder is going to be, so we can turn that waypoint off. Let's do ladder off. All right, I'll just leave it on there or available so we have it for later. Yeah, all we got to do is just come back up here and then place these things like so. The only thing is about these ladders, as we've seen before, when you're facing up and you're climbing them, they like send you up really, really fast. So safety rails might be a thing that we're going to have to do with this. Yeah, I don't know. They're a little sketchy in my book. All right, so yeah, we'll keep putting these up here. And then when I get to the very end, we'll cap it off with a cobblestone slab just to prevent anything from spawning up here. So for right now, I'll just do that. I'll come back up. Whoa, whoops. I'll come back up here in a little bit and make those correct. I did bring like over 2 stacks of ladders. We only need 2 stacks, but I figure if we need ladders for anything else, we'll have those available. Okay, so yeah, the next thing is we need to figure out where we're going to put our mob farm. So since we're going to be 128 blocks above the floor, the lowest to the floor, the better. But the thing is, like, the nether isn't just like spawnable space directly below the bedrock, right? Normally there's like 20 or 30 blocks of wiggle room. You got the nether rack down there where mobs can't spawn anyway. And then you open up into the cave, and then below the cave you have like more netherrack where most of the mobs spawn. So you don't have to be exactly precise, like it doesn't have to be as close to the bedrock as possible, but you don't want to like build it halfway up, right? So you want it down pretty close to the ground. So what I want to do is I want to build our mob farm. We'll probably do like a design that I normally do for these kinds of things. We'll have 3 by 3 in the center here. Something like this. This will be our drop zone where the mobs end up. We'll bring this up at least 4 blocks. We have Endermen that spawn. Endermen are like 2.5 or 3 blocks. I'm not sure how tall, but anyway, we wanted to give it enough room above those guys that if they get conveyored over, they're not bumping into each other. So we want a little bit of space in there. And then down here at the bottom, we'll probably end up putting 1 single spike right in the center. And then we'll use these vector plates to kind of push the mobs around like so. So no matter where they land, either on the spike or on the floor here, yeah, it doesn't matter where they land, they'll kind of get pushed right into the spike and they'll start taking damage and drop their XP. All right, so then we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna collect the items and the XP. It might be an idea that we raise this up a little bit and then put the absorption hopper below. I can't remember if that thing will pick up XP and items through blocks or if it has to have direct line of sight like the open blocks version. If it doesn't have to have direct line of sight, we could just stick it back here like out of sight, right? Yeah, I think we could do that. Okay, so we're gonna need some more blocks here in order to get going. So let's go and grab some of these. I don't have any real builder's wand that's gonna help us with this project at this point in time. So yeah, I kind of wonder, should we test the absorption hopper first? No, you know what? I think we'll just make this work regardless. All right, so that's 1 block, 2, 3. So we'll just go and do this. We're gonna go up 1 more block, and that'll be our spawn floor level, I think. Something like this. Okay, then we'll go up 1 more block like so. Now we don't have a lot of vector plates here. I want to make this mob farm big enough where we have plenty of spawnable space, but yeah, we only have 56 vector plates, so we're not gonna be able to make this super big at this point in time. So we'll probably just end up doing something like this, going out I guess 1 block around for now, and then I'll expand out as I see that we have more vector plates available. So yeah, this will be our spawning floor here. Obviously we'd want this a lot larger, but for right now, while we're still early on. So it'll be something like that, right? And then we'll put these vector plates like so. So it'll be pushing towards the inside, and we'll just kind of match the pattern that we have down below. So any monsters that spawn here will go forward and in. If they spawn over here, we will push them this way, and then they'll land on these and go forward and in. And we'll just kind of repeat this pinwheel style pattern here all the way around, like so. Very easy. Whoops, you are facing the wrong way. And it's gone. All right, so you can see now we only have 16 of these vector plates remaining. Not a whole lot to get going, is it? Let me go down here and collect these things. I'll remove that block in the center. Oh, okay, I guess that doesn't have to be there. That's non-spawnable. All right. We'll do this so I can get out. Cool. All right, so we have 16 vector plates available. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 14 if we extended that out on two sides. So we're definitely not going to have enough to do another ring. So we're going to want to make a lot more of these vector plates. So yeah, this is not a very big mob farm at all, is it? I was expecting this to be a little bit bigger. Okay, well, we'll just work with it for now. I definitely will look at making more vector plates. Okay, so now the next step is we want to put the outside walls in, and then we want to make this thing 3 blocks tall, right? Once it's 3 blocks tall, Endermen should be able to spawn in there. They'll get pushed towards the center, and then they'll get killed on the spike that will eventually be here, that I'm leaving out for now until we are ready to go. Now, since we aren't ready to go, and we do have spawnable space here in the Nether, I definitely want to take care of that real quick and make sure that we put some slabs over the top of all of that, just to prevent any monsters from spawning until we are absolutely ready for them. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and put down slabs there. I think that's the bottom side. Yeah, you can't place anything on top of that. That's the bottom side slab. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. We can vein mine, remove these a little bit later, or excavation or whatever when we are ready to go. I don't think anything's going to spawn in a 1.5 block space in the Nether. Could be wrong about that. But even if anything does spawn, we should be able to take care of it with relative ease. I don't really feel like that's going to be a problem for us. And like that. Okay, so that should prevent anything from spawning in here while we continue to work and expand out. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'll continue our ladder all the way up to the Nether Roof, or I guess the build limit, our blocks here, and then put the ladders up. I'll try and make some more of these vector plates. I would like to make this like 2, 3, 4 rings bigger, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Yeah, we're definitely running low on the whole slime ball situation, so unless we can find one of those magma slime islands or something and then raid it, yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do much. But anyway, I'll continue on and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I was kind of thinking to myself, we could go get some more coagulated blood and make some more of the vector plates, or we could use what we already built here, which will kill zombie pigmen, because those are the most common mobs that will spawn in this thing, that will kill those zombie pigmen, right? And then we'll get more rotten flesh that way. So I think we're going to try it, even though this might be a little slow. We will start building up a supply of the materials that we need, and then we will be able to make it bigger. That's my thought process. So it's exactly the same size on the inside. It's only 2 blocks wide, not very big. Around the outside, I put in these cobblestone slabs. This is the top side slab. It's my understanding with mob farms, especially in this kind of a situation, where having air blocks or at least transparent blocks that count as air increases the spawn rate. So we'll see if that helps out at all. I don't know. And then since that takes up a block here, we have the half air block and the half slab. Then we go up 2 more blocks, so we're a total of 3 blocks tall. And then we have on the very top bottom side slabs to prevent mob spawning on top of this. So we are pretty much good to go here. I think what we're gonna do, let's throw a spike in the center, 1 gold spike, and then we need to just kind of close this thing up. I don't think monsters will be able to get out, but we'll just do this anyway. We'll close that up. Yeah, I have the ladders done all the way up to the top, and then I have a platform up here. So we should be able to come all the way up and kind of get a general idea of what's going on down below. Ooh, that makes us bounce a little bit. It's kind of scary. Since we do kind of bounce around a little bit, I made this 3 blocks on any side of our ladder opening here, just to give us a little bit more room. Now we should be able to press F3 and take a look at the entity count. Now you can see it says 1, that 1 is me, and then the other numbers are all the other entities around that are spawning and despawning. Right, so we want to kind of look down here at this thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, those are monsters that are spawning all over the nether. There is one that just spawned and then it got killed. Now it doesn't say that there's any other entities there, so I wonder if it dropped any XP or any mob drops, and if it does, is it just out of render distance? Maybe that's why it's only showing one. One is like what's in render distance and the other number is what's outside of it. I don't know. So it looks like we've had 2 monsters that spawned down there, I suppose. Or I guess 2 mobs that have spawned down there. So we should have something, some sort of result at the very bottom. I think I will let this go for a little while before I go down there and check. But, you know, they do have an amount of time before things despawn, right? You only get 5 minutes from the time an entity is formed before it despawns. I'm not sure if, like, if a piece of rotten flesh is got that timer going and another piece of rotten flesh comes along and they join up. Does that reset the timer on that stack? I don't know how that works. But anyway, I'll sit here and wait for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 more minutes. And then I'll go down and check it with you guys and see what we get. All right, guys, so I've been waiting, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes total. I didn't spend a whole lot of time there. I wasn't trying to get the maximum amount. But I am kind of curious to see what we got. I did see an Enderman. Oh, yeah, we got Ender Pearls, boys. And a little bit of XP, so that's good. So let's get rid of this and that. So we got 2 Ender Pearls, but we didn't get any rotten flesh. That's a little disappointing. Oh, look at that. It looks like the Enderman was snagging some of this. So we might want to make the walls of this room out of cobblestone. Yeah, if Enderman can come through here and take those, that's going to be a problem. Getting 2 Ender Pearls, though, that's a pretty good start. Definitely pretty good. Like I said, I would like to get some rotten flesh, but it doesn't look like we're getting any here. So I might do it the old-fashioned way, aggro some pigmen, and then just try and kill them like we've done before in the past. Okay, well, we know it works. We know that it's definitely going to be expandable. As long as we get the Slimeballs, or I guess the Coagulated Blood, yeah, we'll definitely be able to make this thing quite a bit bigger. Yeah, and then we will be able to get some stuff done here. The fact that we got these 2 other Ender Pearls, though, this really makes me want to look at trying to get some more string by infecting, or I guess infesting, a tree with silkworms. And you know, now that we have a big open area like this, this might be the best place to grow those trees, infest them, and we can do like a whole load of them up here. It's definitely something to think about. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can make some infested trees. I'm gonna see if I can find some pigmen to slaughter, and hopefully get some more of our coagulated blood to make some more of those vector plates. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, well, I just looked at the time on the video, and yeah, unfortunately, we are running a little bit longer than I thought we were. So yeah, I just put down 4 dirt blocks and put down 4 saplings. Our very first tree that I grew is this big monstrosity here. Now, it turns out we only have 3 silkworms, but since the leaves on these 2 are touching, this is going to be great. So those guys will go ahead and infest both those trees, and this thing will end up making a whole lot of different, string or whatever. I did notice, though, that we had very few silkworms, and I don't remember if we got silkworms back from crooking these leaves while they're already infested, or if we had to do that on the green leaves. So I made some extra crooks here so we could definitely get back some more of our silkworms. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to be quite a lot of those things. Now we can just chop these back down. Again, I don't know how much string we're going to need. We do want to make, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4? I think 4 elevators. So that is, was that 8? That's 8 wool per elevator. So 32 wool times 8. We need a lot of string. Or I'm sorry, 32 wool times 4, right? So that is going to be 4 stacks of wool? 4 stacks of string? I don't know. Anyway, we need to get a decent amount of it. Hopefully our large tree over here will provide that for us. I'll go ahead and keep growing these until we get like either a large tree or whatever, keep collecting silkworms. Man, I went through so much of the sour cream and onion potato chips. Oh my goodness, those sound so good. Yeah, I went through I did eat both of those. I guess I did. I went through so many of those today, just running back and forth. It's a long distance from here to there, then down, then back over here, then down again, then into our base. Well, hopefully we'll get these elevators going here pretty soon, and we won't have to worry about all that running around nonsense anymore. We'll just be able to get done what we need to get done. Yeah, it looks like that's spreading quite well, and that is going to take a little bit of time before this is going to finish up. And then once it does finishes up, it's going to be a long time for me to chop down all these leaves. I'll probably have to go into our ore excavation settings and turn it way up to like 5,000 blocks or something, just to make sure one hit will go through and remove all of those blocks up there. Yeah, I don't want floating pieces of infested leaves kind of hanging around. So I think I'll sit here and I'll wait on these. But yeah, I think we will continue on with this project next episode. Hopefully between then and now, or I'm sorry, between now and then, we will be able to collect ourselves enough of the rotten flesh to make the coagulated blood, to make some more of these vector plates, and then this farm will turn into a decent farm, not so much of a meh kind of a farm that it is right now. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.